Here we have the outside of the Benimar Mileo 294. As we move along, we will firstly come to the main hookup point. Next we have fresh water into the van. So remove cap, hose pipe in to fill up. To drain down the fresh water, we need to go underneath the van, and if we then look up, you'll see the drain tap just here. So all we need to do is just turn that blue lever to drain off any fresh water for winterization, or if you don't want to travel with a large amount of water on board. Next we have the gas locker just here. So there's plenty of room in here for 2 bottles. The regulator just sits up the top here, and then the hose comes off the regulator and then screws into the propane bottle and is tightened with a gas spanner. Bottle on and off on the top. Do make sure that the bottle is off for travel. The grey water drain just sits behind the rear wheel, and it is just a matter of closed and open, and it drains off at this point here. We then have the rear corner steadies. The wind point is just here, so just attach the corner steady winding handle and then wind the legs down if we want to stabilise the back end more. We then have the garage. So on this side we have 12 volt and main supply. We also have the ladder for the bed just here. Corner steady winding handle just here, and we can then wind the bed up and down on this handle just here. It is magnetic, and then this just stows on the clips just here. As we come round to the back, we have the reverse camera just here and the Fiamma bike rack to use. Just pull down like so. These go through the wheels of the bikes. They also slide about just depending on the size of the bike. Then with this rail here we just undo and undo. We can then pull up like so. These then tighten around the framework of the bikes, and obviously when we're not using it we can then flap it all back like this. As we come round, we then have garage entry again, and on this side we can clearly see the spare wheel just here. We have the jack and wheel brace in this black box here. We have high-vis jacket, 2 warning triangles, fire extinguisher and mains cable, and then sitting underneath we then have the silver screens for the outside of the windscreen. Now we have the cassette toilet. So this removes just by lifting up on the blue lever here and pulling the cassette towards you. Before use, remove the blue cap just here and then add your toilet chemical. The toilet also empties from this point here. Just remember that when you pour it away, you hold this button in just to release the vacuum inside. and it's also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone based lubricant is absolutely fine, and this is also the easiest way of giving it a really good clean. This particular cassette also comes on wheels with a flap out handle. Next we have the vents for the fridge. As this is a fully winterized van, they do come with these winter covers, so if you are using the fridge in extremely cold climate, what we can do is undo the two black clips just here and then remove the fridge vent. Take your winter cover and then pop that in. And then replace the fridge vent, and then clip back into place. This will then hold some heat basically in and make the fridge run much more efficiently in extremely cold weather. Obviously, if this is or both of them are left on in hotter weather, the fridge will overheat and not work correctly. Next we have the flue for the Truma boiler. There's nothing we need to do with this, just make sure that nothing is obstructing it. And then we have the barbecue point and the shower point just here. If we are going to use this, we take our barbecue hose, attach this end here to the barbecue, and then this end then inserts just in at this point here. It will then lock into place. We can then turn the gas on. To remove, push up and it will pop back out again. And with the external shower, all we need to do is plug in here, and then as long as the water pump's turned on inside, it will then go under pressure. To remove this, just push in on the collar and it will pop back out again. And then we also have the Fiamma roll-out canopy just here. Fuel just here, cap unlocks on the ignition key, and then AdBlue tops up just here. Tyre pressures here, heated seats just here, and bonnet release just here. Vehicle battery sits underneath the floor just here, and the leisure battery sits underneath the driver's seat.